morning, everybody. Trying to be quiet because I ain't got my microphone in yet. We opened the live 5 minutes early. So if you are rewatching this video, you can fast forward about 5 minutes. We're going to get our announcement out the way. We'll wait for people to join. I'm about to get mic'd up. So give me 1 second to find my microphone. All right. Oh, I need some chapstick. Hey, the goated chapstick. It's that pomegranate. It's a new one I got. Make yourself comfortable. Grab some water. You can chill out on your mat. I just tucked my shirt in just in case. So me look a little silly. Where did this spot come from? I have a spot on my shirt. Here we go. Mic'd up. Get in. All right. Hi, and now I don't have to talk that loud, so you can hear me, and I ain't even gotta hold my phone. I'm just gonna put this chapstick away real quick, and we're gonna return back to my mat. And I'm like, do I put a hat on? I kind of want to put a hat on. What hats do I got? I'm gonna bring y'all in here. What hats do we got up in my closet? Cause I can't set y'all up because I got that thing to the receiver for my microphone. I need to sneeze. I gotta sneeze. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna clip it. Right? Okay. Now there should be good morning. We're getting mic'd up, and I know you're gonna be the yoga. I'm gonna be the yoga teacher taking class. I'm always gonna have a hat on because when I do the microphone, it just like I don't want it rubbing on my shirt. So we're just chilling. We got about 2 minutes. Grab yourself some water. If you want to talk in the chat, say hello. How is your day going, or how is it going? Because it is almost 6 a.m. We got a 6 a.m. class. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to yoga. Oh my goodness. Um, I'm a winter baby. I was born in March, but I feel like now that it's getting warmer out, I want to do more content. So that's always a good feeling when I feel that the rush of energy. Where did I put my light? All right, we're gonna turn the light on. So y'all can see, and hopefully not block it. All right, this is on my older phone. But yeah, so you can join me on Spotify, Ashley Tuck. You already know how YouTube be with the copyright stuff, so I got like a bunch of YouTube playlists. What is bro doing? I got a bunch of what am I saying? I have a bunch of Spotify yoga playlists. So yoga or boot camps, and that's like the real music, or whatever Spotify be putting on there that I be making the playlist. We gotta, as people who appreciate music, we always gotta search for the best music. I swear, because Coding Cups by Juicy J is not on Spotify. So every time I want to hear that song, I gotta go on YouTube to hear it, or specific songs I gotta go on Spotify. But I'm like, I'm not about to pay for all these subscriptions. But if you want to practice today, we got like a few minutes. We're just kind of chilling right now. You can find my Spotify, pick a playlist off of there. This is gonna be like 20, 30-minute class today. We'll see how things are going. and maybe get into some new stuff. I was thinking about working with legs and maybe trying some binds, maybe even threading the needle. So that's what we're gonna get into. Really get into it. What are the announcements going on? Please check my other social media. So if you're not following me on you, this is my YouTube, but I have Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. I got all the platforms, but mainly on my Facebook and my Instagram is where I'm posting events. So if you're a local, um, here are our announcements. We've got a Mother's Day class at the studio this Sunday at 11 a.m. So um, my friend just finished the flyer from 262 Boutique. You need to, it was like calling all moms, grandmas, aunts, bring your kids, even if they're grown. Let's all do some yoga at 11 a.m. I'm going to be at my studio, 2210 Rapids Drive, Racine, Wisconsin, um, for Mother's Day yoga this Sunday at 11. There's going to be a bag raffle from 262 Boutique. So I think all you have to do is put your name in the drawing and we'll draw names after the class. And then our friends from Kendra's Creations, we're going to be making like mother and child friendship bracelets. So we're trying to get all the businesses to collab together. That's what I'm participating in. I'm going to be providing the class. So if you're a local, please join me Sunday at 11. We have another class. It's actually two of them. There's one coming up. The first one is in May, and then the second one is like early June. But please check the flyers for the date so I don't mix them up because there's so many dates I have to keep track of. I believe May 25th we have the we're doing a yoga class to benefit women's health. You can donate too. My Cash App and all of that is linked in the description, I believe. Um, but for those that participate, I think there's about 6 spaces. But whatever the profits are made from that class, we're going to be donating um, in search of women's health research for towards the American Heart Association. So the money will be or 50% of our earnings will be going there. So you can choose to donate today if you'd like. Um, and then you can sign up by either sending me a message or calling me because we're still working on the website. Then we're going to have that class again in June. I think June 7th. I can't remember. My first market is coming up June 1st. So if you're not following me on my Instagram and on my Snapchat, my Snapchat is Swagger Pants. And I've been posting like behind the scenes of me making rugs. So I haven't really felt like picking up my camera like that. I've been more into doing like short form videos. So um, I'm preparing for my market and I brought a bunch of my other art that was in shops. So I'm hoping for a really good turnout. But with that being said, I think these are all of my current announcements. We're going to get started with class. Thank you so much for being here. Every Friday, I'm trying as long as I'm not super freaking tired with all the things I'd be doing. Every Friday, there will be a live class for you to join. Today's going to be yoga, and I try to flip flop it. So today's yoga. Next Friday will be like a boot camp where we'll use dumbbells, or it's always like body weight, or maybe we'll add dumbbells. So, um, yeah. And then throughout the weekend, you can join me at the studio, and we're just chit chatting because I may go live tonight. Stay tuned for that because I'll try to make an announcement. There's a lot of tea going on. Um, but I will be going live Saturday and probably Sunday for Mother's Day. So be sure to hang out, join me for that. Yeah. Any questions, any suggestions for class before we drop in here? You can leave them in the chat. All right. So let's just find an easy seat. For those that are just joining, you can find my playlist on Spotify. I didn't pick a playlist today. Just kind of chill. Got the sound machine in the background if you can. My microphone's picking that up. But yeah, it's kind of a. Every time I turn my camera, it won't get my full net. But just come to Sukhasana. We're just going to start sitting up tall. Your hands can rest in your lap. You can bring your hands to your knees and just start to stack your vertebrae, stack your spine, and notice your postural alignment. So just naturally starting to sit up taller. Roll your shoulders back if you need to. Create some space in your neck. Notice if your head Just leaning forward, almost like Jarlin Hara. You're going to tuck your chin towards your chest, still allowing air to pass through you. Come as you are to the mat, to this practice, where you're at mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Allow yourself to meet yourself where you're at today. And a reminder, your 100% of effort looks different every day. So today, if you're not really feeling it, you are still doing your best. Just that simple reminder. So give yourself some grace. Let's take a deep inhale through our nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Relaxing your shoulders, letting your heart open, letting your breath drop down into your belly. We're going to get into some neck rolls. Take a deep inhale. Draw your chin down to your chest. And then pick the direction you'd like for your head to travel. Big old circles here. We're going to keep this class about 20-30 minutes. It won't take up too much of your time, too much of your day. And if you got to cut out, you can always come back to class. Finding my YouTube channel. You can always pick back up from where you left off. One more time. Remember, take an inhale as your head lifts, then an exhale as your head drops. Meet back, chin to your chest. Let's reverse it. Pull it back. Let's go for 3, 2, and last time. All right, sit it back up nice and tall. Little shoulder roll at the top. Take your right hand. Let's reach the right hand up and find your left ear. We're going to tilt to keep your spine straight. Just the head here is going to move. Tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathe. I can hear the birds. I feel like the birds just are so much more clear when we're doing yoga in the morning. You're just that more focused. So what do you hear around you? What are the sounds in your house or wherever you're taking this class? Let's take one more deep breath. All right, release that right hand. Sit up tall. Let's take left ear to the left shoulder. Take your left hand, reach it up. Find the opposite ear, your right ear. I'm going to try not to bump this microphone. Let's pull the head. Spine, stacking, don't shrink. I felt myself shrinking just a little bit. Now, what are the sounds you hear around you as of now? I hear the birds outside, and I hear my son's sound machine. Other than that, it's pretty quiet here. All right, take your last inhale. Let's release. All right, so we want to make sure we warm up our shoulders. We're going to get into some binds. So let's start by rolling the shoulders. You're going to pull those shoulders forward, up to the ears, pinch it back, and down. Forward to the ears, bring it back, and down. Stay with breath. 2 more. One more time. All right, cat and cow. Let's keep warming up here. So hands come to your knees. We're going to do a seated cat and cow. Inhale, arch your spine. You're going to pull your heart forward. Pinch your shoulder blades together, and then exhale, round your spine, draw your chin down to your chest, making like a C shape. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, round. Go for 3. Inhale. 2. All right, sit back up nice and tall. Continuing with the shoulders here, we're going to make cactus arms. So you can bring your hands to prayer. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. So as you're looking, you're like, are my elbows making like a nice 90-degree bend? From there, you're going to open your arms out. And let's get the elbows in line with the shoulders, like in a nice chest expansion. It's not overreaching. And then we'll lift the elbows a little bit. Now we look like a cactus. All right, inhale, let's come into a chest expansion. Open your chest and pinch your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, round your spine. Let's connect elbows and the palms. You're going to draw your chin down to your chest. Inhale, open and round. Go for 3. 2. And last time. Beautiful. All right, release your arms. It's a lot. Let's take it into our first forward fold. So I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. You can loosen your ankles, so you don't have to have your ankles stacked. You can let them kind of sit one in front of the other so you're not pressing on the bones. Let's cross our arms, heart center, like you're making an X. Those arms reach all the way up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Hands down into your lap, or you're slowly walking into a forward fold. So find your edge. I'm kind of leaning side to side as I walk myself down. I like to make it like a nice little side stretch on the way down. So you find your edge, then take your pause. Maybe the head here drops. And this is one of the reasons why I wear a hat, because you should be able to still hear me, because the mic is not clipped to my shirt. You're not getting all that friction and whatnot of fabrics moving. Stay here for 2. Sit bones grounded. Last inhale. Walk it up. Exhale. We're going to switch out those legs. So a little bit of core strength. Reach your hands up. Swap your feet. Opposite leg comes in front. All right. Cross back, heart center. Arms reach up towards the sky. Down to your lap or onto the mat. And then walk forward into your deep stretch. Make it a little side to side. I like to add movement. You don't always have to stay stuck or still in the stretch. Your breath is moving through you, so you can always move your body. And just walk it out till you find your edge, a nice little fold that you can relax into. Stay here for 2. Last deep breath. And walk it back up. Beautiful. Okay, forward fold. We're going to straighten out the legs. They call it like a pike. Depends on what part of the earth you're at. We're going to come into a little pike. Let's flex our feet. So your toes are pulling towards your knee. And watch for sickling, where your ankles may be sickling inward. So line up your ankles. You may need to turn them out so that your ankles are lined up with your kneecaps. Always stack your joints. Inhale, sit up tall. Ground into your sit bones and then head into your forward fold. You can drop to your lap, to your knees, or continue to walk down and find your feet. Give yourself permission to release. to relax into this stretch. We're going to use some funny terminology here. Unbig your back. You've probably never heard a yoga teacher say that. Unbig your back. Release your shoulders from your ears. Let your heart open. Your heart is reaching down, not your head. Your heart should be pulling, and the head is following. Nobody ever says follow your head. They say follow your heart. So reach down with your heart. Let's stay here for 2. And let's slide back up. Exhale. You can kind of thunder the legs, popcorn the legs, I call it. Check it out. Crunch your toes. Like your hands, you can even do this with your hands. Crunch your toes, crunch your hands. Spread them out. All right. So we're going to cradle our baby. You can kind of open this right leg to the right side. Let's start by like pulling this left leg in before we begin lifting it up. So we're going to work at the range of motion of your hip. Be kind because everybody's hips are different, and on your body, each hip has a different flexibility. So you don't want to strain yourself. We're going to start by pulling the left heel in towards the groin. Yes, my hip clicked. That picked up on the mic. This right foot, go ahead and flex into it. I know you can't see, but we're flexing that foot. Left foot's relaxed. We're going to head into a forward fold. So the arms reach up towards the sky, and then float your hands down to your lap. And you're going to continue to walk forward into your forward fold, and then try to release in your lower back. The body is slowly becoming acclimated to these forward folds. We did those with our legs crossed, which is, I feel like, the hardest forward fold because you're more balled up. But now that like we got kind of some displacement, the legs can be spread a little bit. You may be able to move a little deeper. So let's stay here for 2. And walk it back up. All right. So please tell me in the chat too if my mic ever dies. That happened. I was just doing like just a chit chat live. So if I don't get a chance to check and you're like, I can't hear you, I can unplug it. All right, so the right leg is straight. We're going to continue to work with this left leg. The right hand grabs your left foot, and then you're going to add a flex to your foot. So it's not like loosey-goosey. Then your left hand's going to grab for that left knee. You're going to begin to try to lift that leg up. If it comes here, that is okay. But if it got some more range in that hip, keep guiding your foot towards your belly button. And then watch your ankle. You don't want it sickling in. Turn the foot out so the foot is in line with your knee. Because we don't stay unsickled, right? You know, always stack your joints. You can start to walk your left hand down. All right, I'm going to turn so you can see. And then both of your hands can grab for your foot. If you want to get fancy, leave it with the left hand. And then maybe the right hand comes out to the side. I gotta watch myself, my foot trying to turn in. All right, treat this hip. Be kind here. Treat your hip like a hinging door. It's opening and it's closing. So it's going to go back. Exhale, it's going to come forward. Ready? So you can use 2 hands to rock your baby, or you can drop your right hand to the side. We're going to take an inhale, swing the leg out, and then draw it towards your belly button. And it's okay if this glute is sliding on the mat. We want it to slide. Ground in the opposite, this right hip. Just going at your own pace. And to somebody watching this may be some new moves. Your body's like, what the heck? And just give yourself grace. Ready? Let's take one more deep breath. And we're either going to come back to where we started, foot on the inside, or resting your ankle on top of that knee. This is called figure 4 because you're making a 4 with your legs. Now let's flex both of our feet, and we're going to come back into a forward fold. So if you're already feeling the stretch here, you can stay here. Sit bones are grounded. Your left hand is gently pushing that knee. So here's my butt cheek diagram. Your left hand's pushing that knee down, so you're pushing that glute in line with the right glute, right? You can just add a little bit of pressure here. If you'd like to come into a forward fold together, let's take a deep breath in and lean forward. Lead with your heart down into your forward fold. And if nobody told you this today, you are doing a really good job. Whether it's just, maybe you're just here sitting like, I don't know what this lady doing. This too much for me. It's my first class. You are still doing a really good job. Come in when you can. Come into the flow when you can. All right, big stretches here. Why don't we take it into a pigeon? And I'll have a modification. We can do a Z set sit as well. We're going to take one more inhale in our fold and then slide back up on your exhale. So, little moving around here on our mat. Take your ankle, take it off, and you're just going to try to leave it on the mat. Big stretch here. Take your right leg and kind of hang on to this left leg. Sweep it behind you. So you may just be coming into a Z sit. This may be your pigeon pose of today. Um, just try to get them at 90. You're going to pull that back foot out. So that ankle lines up with your knee. And then your front ankle, this left ankle lines up with the knee. So you make it 90-degree bends. And then you can come into your fold. If you feel comfortable, straighten out that back leg. Lift yourself up. Straighten out your leg. Tap your toes down. So you don't want to have your knee opened out. That's not doing anything. Turn your knee towards the mat so you can close your hip. It's going to help you prop up a little bit and you'll feel the stretch get a little deeper. So all together, take a deep breath in and lean into your fold. Maybe you come down to your forearms in your pigeon or Z sit. Just some quick hip openers. This is a really good class to come back to if you do a lot of sitting or if you're a runner. I mean, yoga is just good for anything, man. You can pop out some yoga anywhere. And then people judging, let them judge. I'm stretching my body. What you doing? Sitting. Stay here for 2. Walk yourself up. On your exhale, we're going to meet back with our friends in Z sit. So, kind of bend that back leg. All right, pull the legs around. Both of them. Popcorn. Thunderclap them. All right, we're going to flow it to the other side. So, you're going to just gently open up your left leg. Let's pull the right heel in. Ooh, that's a big stretch. We're going to treat it like a forward fold. So, you're going to flex into your left foot. Arms reach up towards the sky. Down into your lap or onto your mat, and continue to walk it down. This left hip has always just been tight for some reason. Let your body slowly open into the stretch. Never force yourself into the stretch. And how do I know when I'm forcing myself into a stretch? Listen to your body, because that's what every teacher says, every yoga teacher. But physically, from when I know I'm going into a stretch and I'm forcing myself from like years ago when I used to force stretches before I really understood yoga as a teacher, your body will start to quiver. So if I'm forcing it, but like this knee, you can see your knee kind of quivering and flexing like that. You're too deep into your stretch. You need to pull back a little bit and let your body relax. The stretch should never feel strenuous either. If you feel like, man, I'm really working, it's not that kind of stretch we're doing. It's not like a fitness movement. Slide it back up. All right, we're going to pull this leg in. And let's start to cradle our baby. So you're going to start by taking the left hand, grab for the right foot, and the right hand will grab for your right knee. So this is where it looks different for everybody, and your hips may look a little different. You're just going to try to pull that foot up. Kind of find your range. If you can pull this foot towards your belly button, that's great. That's what we're working towards. The right hand can stay at your knee. Otherwise, take it on the outside and grab your ankle. Keep flexing your foot, turn your toes to line up with your knee. And we're going to do a few deep breaths here. Unbig your back. Sit up tall. I'm going to keep using that. Sit up nice and tall in your stretch. You'll be hunched a little bit, but we're trying to press off of those sit bones. I mean, like your sit bones are grounded, but those are your foundation to help you press and grow into your stretch. I can't see the chat right now. I'll check it at the end because we're um, almost towards the end of our practice. When we get in our pigeon, I'll check the chat. But just thank you for being here and being polite and keeping the chat polite. So from our cradle baby, you can choose to stay here. Otherwise, you can rock your baby. So you can do it with two hands, rocking, right? You can even just keep it here today. We're going to treat it like that door. So you're going to take the inhale, that knee is going to wind up, and then you're going to take the exhale, draw the knee forward. So one or two hands here. Inhale, wind the hip up, exhale, close it. If my breath is helpful, stay with my breathing, but try to find your natural breathing where you're allowing yourself to breathe from your belly. It's not stuck in your throat or in your chest. All right, just two more breaths here, spinning time. All right, exhale. All together. You can just rest your foot on the outside if that's too deep of a stretch. Otherwise, we're going to move into figure four, ankle on top of that knee, just above it, so it should be on your thigh. And you want to move the bony part of that ankle to the side here. So we're kind of coming into our figure four. Both feet are flexed here. The butt cheek example. I'm sorry, hold on. Now your right hip is up. You're going to press that knee down, and it's going to help push your sit bone into the mat. So you can add a little bit of pressure. We can come into a fold if we choose. Right. All right. Hang out here for a second. Stay here for two. Slide it up. All right, here's our big stretch. How did we get here? We moved our foot to the side. And we're going to take the other leg, pull it back, and find our pigeon. So I'm going to check the chat really quick. Find either your Z sit or your pigeon here. So always continue to align up your joints, your knee, swing that heel out, 90. Check your back leg, swing that heel out, 90. Ankle lining up with your knee. This can be our pigeon for today. Otherwise, you can walk it down. If you feel comfortable, start to straighten out that leg, and you're going to lift up, turn your knee down, and then come back into your pigeon. So everyone's pigeon may look a little different. We're going to pause here for a couple breaths. Hello, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. All right. Big pause here in your pigeon. Head can be up, head can be down, as long as you're enjoying the stretch. This is our last stretch. If you guys ever have any suggestions, things you want to work on, we can plan that for the next class. So, yeah. I wanted to focus on hips. Okay. Hips can be tight. We do a lot of sitting anyway, so I feel like a lot of people could benefit from this class. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths. And then walk yourself up on your exhale. So if we're in our full pigeon, slide it to the side. You can sweep your legs around if you need to thunder them. Shake, 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 shake. Popcorn them out. Um, just concluding class today, we're going to come into a quick shavasana. So choosing to stay seated, I'm just going to find easy seat or a sukhasana. Otherwise, you can lay down. If you want to lay down, it's cool. Just finding a comfortable position here. Allow for your eyes to close. We're going to start to minimize that visual distraction. Taking this time just to reflect. It's still very early in the morning for me, maybe late, depending on where we're practicing. But you can do a little reflection. How is my day going? How has my day gone? Depending on when we're watching this class. You can wait for those answers. Your body will tell you. Maybe you're communicating consciously here through thought, processing your day. I'm going to always say this, probably every class, give yourself grace. We do not give ourselves enough grace. We always believe in being busy means that we're being productive. No, we don't always have to be productive. Give yourself grace at this very moment right now to just be here. We're sitting, or maybe we're laying down. Nothing else we need to be doing at this very moment. How can I give myself grace off of the mat? Now that we're meditating, where do I find that I'm not giving myself enough grace? Am I rushing myself doing things? Going too fast? Slow down. Notice what's around you. Every time during Shavasana, so I love the summer, the spring, the summer. The birds always come out during Shavasana, and I really hear them very vibrantly right now. And just think, what do you hear around you? Is it quiet? Are people bustling? It's the whole ecosystem that we share of the life around us. Just a quick one today. We'll slowly blink our eyes open. You can start to add a little bit of movement if you're sitting. I like to just do a little bit of rocking, nothing to jerk us back into reality. And slowly soothe yourself back into this present moment. If you are laying down, you can roll onto your side and slowly sit yourself back up. All together here, we're going to meet with our hands in prayer, heart center. Start crossing those arms. Inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky, prayer, and then down to heart center. I thank each and every one of you so very much for being here, sharing this practice and this space. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you for being here, sharing this practice. Feel free to come back to this practice time and time again if you need it. I've been trying to build a library of classes on here, um, of yoga classes, of fitness classes, and trying to keep them all level so anybody can come and not feel intimidated. Because we do get like a lot of beginners. I do get a lot of beginners in person, and I want there to be a nice environment online for people who are interested in trying yoga, um, that they can do it from their house, from a place of comfort. So, yeah, thank you for being here. I'm going to try to go live. Definitely will be going live just to chit chat with y'all Saturday and Sunday, and we'll hang out Mother's Day probably. As long as my microphone doesn't die. I gotta make sure I got a mic there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the metaverse, in the universe, in person. I will see you in the stardust. I love you. Bye.